All right, welcome back into Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in here today. Let's get to these markets right away. I'm going to bring up a corn board and see what we got going on. We're right before this USDA WASDE report. Let's see, we've got 2.5 cents, 2.25 cents better bid now in March, 4.58 and a quarter March corn. We haven't been doing them. We're just talking to the next guest. There's nothing going on here, folks. 1.75 cents better as we wait for these numbers. Maize at 4.66 and a quarter. So we're anywhere from unchanged at 2.25 cents better bid across the board in corn. Let's go to the beans and see how we stand. I'm going to call beans around about 8 cents better on average. Jan's up 8.75 cents at 10.01 even. That's good, isn't it? We got 10s in front of everything here today. March is up 9 cents at 10.08. I guess they think it's going to be bullish. 8.5 cents better in the May at 10.19 and a quarter. So there you go. We're about, like I said, on average, well, let's call it 9 cents better across the board on average. That's soybeans. Let's move on to the wheat. What's wheat got for us? A 6.25 cent loss up front. That's March. And that's Chicago March. 5.27 and 3/4 is last there. We have a May board down 6.5 cents to 5.39.5, while July is down 6.75 cents to 5.48 and a quarter. All right, that's going to be the wheat market. Let's go to the hard red in Kansas City. 5.5 cents 5.5 cents lower there to 5.44 and 3/4. That would be March. May is down 4 3/4 cents to 5.53 and 3/4. So we're off about 4 to 6 cents across the board in both hard red and Chicago wheat. We're 4 1/4 cents lower in July. Hard red wheat, 5.62 and 3/4 is last there. Spring wheat, let's talk about that for a second. Let's go 4.5 cents lower in that March contract to 5.79 even. That's on the low of the day. May's down 4 cents to 5.87 and 3/4. That too is on the low of the day. So that's on its heels as we speak right now. That's spring wheat in Minneapolis. Let's take a look at cotton. We'll get to our next guest analyst. Cotton, that's down 13 points. Quiet trade. March stands at 68.37. We're down 15 points in May, right behind it to 69.53. All right, let's bring him in. We like to bring him in the day before or the minute before WASDE because no matter what he says, it's not going to mean anything in about 15 minutes, right? So you have free reign to be as artistic as you'd like, sir.
Well, let's start off. Normally, when you and I talk on Fridays, we don't get to talk about export sales, but because of the event yesterday, export sales were pushed to today. And unfortunately, it was like Oprah Winfrey was handing out marketing year lows. Corn, you get a marketing year low. And soybeans, you get a marketing year low. Wheat followed suit. And basically, it was soybean oil was the only thing that didn't post a marketing year low this year. So going into the report, certainly a little bit of negativity there. And, this report should be interesting. We've got massive ranges on the quarterly stocks estimates, 3 to 400 million bushels wide. And we've got a pretty big range on where yields are going to go too. So I think this report generally is the report where we get the surprise. So will the USDA follow through and turn these markets upside down?
Yeah, I mean, out of the 12 that we get, this one is one of the top 3 movers, right? I mean, this is one of those ones we have to keep an eye out for. And to your point about marketing year lows, I mean, a U.S. dollar index of 109 and change doesn't help that, does it?
No, all the outside factors have just been sadly pretty negative. And, this report really needs a bullish surprise because if we don't get one, we're looking at a pretty big South American crop. And then we don't have any fresh inputs until we, start getting closer to spring and closer to planting.
If it's benign, do we rally?
Probably not. It's kind of hard to rally with a 470 soybean carryout, I think. And like we saw today with export sales, kind of that lack of demand, it's going to be hard to get this market, on a different path.
I mean, we're getting that all across the board here. The reason why I ask it, is a big jobs number good for a new administration or bad? I mean, there's two sides of that story. I mean, if we got a number that came in line and didn't surprise anybody, does that keep the buyers involved? I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of look at it. If we just have a positive economic feeling going, it's going to be supportive. And anytime there's a big risk off thing, commodities, kind of follow suit with that. So I'd rather see the economy kind of stay stable and healthy as long as possible. And hopefully we can get some demand back in these markets.
All righty. Always great to talk to you before a big report. I love hearing what you have to say. Thank you very much, Joe. Joe Lardy is with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to go back and talk more livestock with a guy in the cow jacket right after this.